peeps, I hope that you're keeping well and that you and your loved ones are blessed. It's Bianca and I'm back again with another vocal analysis. Today we're going to dive into the voice which is Alicia Keys. Now, there are so many dispositions floating around in regards to how people feel about her voice, etc. I wholeheartedly have always been a big fan of Alicia Keys, not just for her voice, but predominantly for her artistry, her ear for music, her vocal arrangements, the live performances in and of themselves. And I recognized this performance right here I have never experienced. So if you like what you hear as well as what you see, do not forget to join the Vocal Nova community if you haven't already and subscribe. And of course, let me know in the comments below how you feel about Alicia Keys' voice in regards to her artistry and so on and so forth. So you ready to get into the video? Okay, let's go. All this atmosphere. Do you see what I'm saying? All this atmosphere that was just created with the piano, the chord that I can hear going on in the background, you know, that synth bass that we can hear resounding. And she is now coming in with that. It seems to me like a cry. It's like, and I don't mean a cry as in vocal cry. I mean a cry out. It sounds as if it's like a call where she's going to prepare for a response. Now, what's interesting is, so she's giving a really subtle thin fold. But I recognized that on the second one, it was slightly under, but then she picked it back up. And I noticed in particular that when she was doing the it wasn't necessarily as clear as the first one in the way she shaped her vocal tract. So we had so there was a slight dip in the pitch, but nonetheless, I'm not going to stress because overall, this atmosphere that's being created already is just, oh, I love it. I love it. Let's carry on. So as she did that, right, as opposing to keeping head straight, she lifted it and she gave us Now, when you do that, at times what can happen is that the voice is slightly more tense because all the muscles are stretching far more in comparison to just having the straight head, where there's going to be a little bit more relaxation, more ease, more pleasure for the note to come out with enjoyment, right? Whereas as she lifted that head, she's stretching those extrinsic muscles and intrinsic muscles, which in turn, the second time round, we had a slight break. We had in the second time, yeah? So that's something where I'm sure she heard it and she wanted to correct it. So let's carry on. Even the way she's... So take note here, now she's slightly bent herself down. So as opposing to just throwing the head back and right? She's now so she's leaning into her muscles a bit more here. And we also see that the vocal tract is actually slightly wider, which then the pharynx has more space as well. So we're getting keep on falling, right? Which then actually sounded a little bit more easier for her. You know, I noticed with Alicia Keys, right? She is a very, what I call, abrasive singer. So she tends to really smash out the notes. And at times, this just adds some really piercing cutthroat, glistening energy to her songs. However, at times that can work against her at times. And like I said, I'm an avid Alicia Keys supporter. So I feel like in terms of her vocal ability, we know that her vocal ability is there. However, the way she will cultivate and tailor her vocal ability, sometimes it works for her and sometimes it can work against her. Do you know what I mean? So let's get into the song anyway. Let's go. Seemed like she was surprised. With you, sometimes I love you, sometimes you make me blue. Okay, so I am loving at the moment where we are getting this, and I love with you. Yeah, she's adding a much softer touch onto this bit. And BVs, I'm going to shout out Alicia Keys' BVs from now. Alicia Keys' BVs are always phenomenal. She doesn't play when it comes to selecting her BVs. And I'm sure that these two in particular, they have been her ride or die BVs for a while, including some others like Jermaine Paul. But yes, you hear that soprano? Liar! Right? As it came through. Yes, she did that. Oh, come on, come on, come on. Sometimes I feel good. At times I feel used. Loving you, darling, makes me so confused. I keep on falling in and out of love with you. I never loved someone without I'm loving. So this bit right here, where she gave us that love you, darling, right? And she added some slight distortion into her voice. And then, of course, going back into the chorus, she widens that pharynx again. And she's adding some very purposeful vocal creaks and fries into this. So it's not just I keep on falling. And that in and out, love someone, right? So she's not just saying love someone. She's adding some really good rich depth to the colors in her tone here. Love that. Yes. I never felt this way. How do you give me so much pleasure? You cause me so much pain. And just when I think I'm taking more than would a fool. So even there, just when I think, right? We're getting a big open mouth here where she's just letting it rip. She's letting it all bare. And I love that. And then she comes back in, she retracts, taking more than what a fool, and kept that, ooh, very disciplined. Nice. That needs appreciating. Sorry, have to. I love the way that she broke that down and that made it slightly more nasal as it came down with a lower velum. That was very, very nice. Yes, Alicia, show us. I keep on falling. With you. Never, never, said I never, never. We gotta break it down a little. everybody bangs. This is what you call vocal brilliance right there. And do you notice as well, I really appreciate the fact that Alicia Keys is looking at them like, yes, you better sing. They're not just being treated like BVs that are just in the back doing what they are paid to do, and that's that. She has a relationship with her backing vocalists, and you can tell and you can see that they stand for her and that they appreciate her artistry 150%. And additionally, I feel like you can see that they understand her artistry. They don't just book the job, but they are fully aware and immersed into her craft as well. That was such a nice fusion of all their voices. And where then Alicia Keys provided those really piercing and direct ad-libs. Oh, oh, yeah, that was so good. That build right there, that vocal climax, that was awesome. I could talk about that so much more, but let me and carry on. Lovely, I love that. I keep on falling, till I'm falling of love with you, baby. You know, her voice in this performance, I am so in love with the way that her rasp is coming through times 10 on this one. You know, we're getting we're getting some really good rasp and distortion added into there, and that grit just really adds emphasis to the lyrical content that we're experiencing right now. Oh, this is good. This is Alicia Keys giving us wholehearted good marrow to the bones. Alicia, I love this performance so far, man. And the way that she actually just let her mind follow through with it. So we saw the facial expression, and she came back out with it, and everything was clear, everything was distinctive. Oh my goodness, I love that. That was delicious. So now, as she's going back into that build with the oh my goodness, that is absolutely delicious. And do you hear the way that now she's gone into the thinner folds? That is absolutely gorgeous. I enjoyed that a lot. I don't know whether I've made that incredibly plain, but that was very good. Like, yeah, that was very good. And it's difficult. It's just, to me, you can't not appreciate the entirety of Alicia Keys' voice, man. It's just, it hits different. It really does. Ah, wonderful. Peeps, that is my vocal analysis of Alicia Keys' Fallin' a couple of years back. Let me know in the comments below how you felt about this performance. Let me know how you feel about her voice. And of course, if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. But until then, take care, much love, and God bless. Bye.